From the very beginning, WGN had Chicago covered. This is one of the station's first mobile units on a remote assignment at La Rabida Children's Hospital. It didn't matter where the news was happening, whether it was a lighthearted watermelon eating contest, the mesmerizing spectacle of the Air and Water Show, or a hard-fought political campaign.
You won this thing with rivers of whiskey and rivers of beer, and that it was a very dirty campaign. Would you care to reply to that?
The St. Patrick's Day Parade, or the Vietnam War protests.
We feel the United States should get out of Vietnam.
Because they want their own people to be on the spot here.
Capturing the voice of the people.
Cold, very cold.
And the songs of the stars. A visit from Bowie and the Beatles.
It's absolutely wild!
Or the feds.
With guns drawn in some cases, officers began a door-to-door roundup of suspected drug dealers.
And as Chicago is doing.
For 75 years, WGN News has been there to document the city's ups and downs.
When there's something happening in Chicago, WGN has quite a few news crews it has on the streets.
The city says it is ready for the storm. Chicagoans say they're ready too.
Chicagoland Newsreel was the city's first TV newscast, debuting on Channel 9's second day on the air, documenting daily life on film.
35, 40-pound film camera, and it had these like the Mickey Mouse things. You might have seen it in the old newsreels.
And the film was in short supply.
Proofread it. Proofread it. Okay, start again. There you go.
She says they boo when it's time to go home. For News 9, this is Bob Jordan.
You only would go into a story with 2 film magazines. Each magazine lasted 20 minutes. So when you were covering a press conference or a speech, your cameraman would turn off. And you would constantly look at your cameraman, and as the reporter, you had to guess when the soundbite was coming. And so you'd listen and listen, you'd look at your cameraman, and you'd give him that, and he'd turn on the camera and start rolling.
Spencer Allen was WGN's first news director. He set the standards still in place today, insisting that each fact in a news report have 2 sources before it could be reported. On June 6, 1960, WGN aired the first locally produced half-hour newscast in the city. It was called The 10th Hour News with anchorman Jim Conway.
It was the first 1/2 hour news format. Previous to that, news formats had been 10, 15 minutes. So it was a tremendous experiment.
These were the days before live coverage on microwave or satellite signals.
Our couriers on motorcycles would show up at the scene. And if I had to get back to the station, I would hop on the back of the motorcycle with the courier and the film, and we'd race off to the lab.
We had to have the expense of having 2 to 3 couriers a day on 8, 10-hour shifts, and to get the film back and forth, back and forth.
One of the couriers, Bob Meinhardt, became a recognized off-air personality.
He looked something like he could be Evel Knievel's twin brother. From when that moment that film was shot, he would go like a bat out of hell to get it out to WGN on Bradley Place to get it on the air in time.
A witness said she saw him enter the building and then leave just before the blaze broke out.
And it would take hours sometimes to develop the film for the nightly news.
This is WGN TV Chicago, Television 9.
The newsreel eventually evolved into Night Beat, a 30-minute overnight newscast hosted by various WGN anchors, including Marty McNeely.
Has been arrested and charged with the fatal shooting of a 16-year-old.
Night Beat, which oddly enough used to get a really great rating, even though it was on at 1 or 2 in the morning.
Well, Soldier Field is all spiffed up and cleaned up, and it looks great for Sunday's game.
These are desperate times requiring desperate measures. And
legendary anchor and reporter Bob Jordan spent more than 4 decades at WGN.
In a 1954 Ford.
Starting in 1973.
Host a special state dinner.
And I walked down the hall, and I came in the newsroom, and I'll never forget, I heard all of these typewriters clacking as I was walking down the hall. And next to every typewriter was an ashtray. And I walked in the newsroom and there was this cloud of smoke and the brown ceilings from all the nicotine stains.
WGN reporters often went from working in the smoke-filled newsroom,
Steve Schickel reporting for News 9,
to covering the smoke-filled back rooms of Chicago politics.
Chicago's a political town. The newscast has always been on top of Chicago politics.
Think that the drivers might be sleeping all day and they're standing in the rain.
Governor Thompson to keep a campaign promise today.
What changed was how television improved its coverage. GN led the pack with the first TV helicopter to report breaking news and traffic conditions.
But WGN's reporters in the 1960s and 1970s covered all of Chicago and the suburbs.
So we could survive on this farm. I mean, we cannot keep it up this way.
From snow to sports.
Al Spearman. Long shot. Oh, and he made it.
Sports was all-encompassing.
From swimming meets to six-day bike races to track meets to hockey and basketball, soccer, college sports, even high school sports. If there was a sport, we did it.
WGN-TV was quick to do it all. There was always news to cover, whether it was the national returns or a new mayor. WGN was there.
And from construction to crime.
On investigation, we found she had been stabbed to death.
City officials say the vultures are circling.
Some store owners are saying that'll put them out of business.
We called the department for an interview.
That these people fear will cut more jobs.
WGN was there, keeping a record of what was happening in an evolving city.
But proponents of casino gambling say if it doesn't come to Chicago, it'll simply go somewhere else close by.
Technology was changing too.
But eventually, the electronic camera was born in the late 70s. Then with that camera came some very large videotapes that were very heavy to carry. And the news crews were usually 2, 3, 4 people to go on a news shoot.
UB5RO from W9 Whiskey, Bravo Yankee, in Chicago. You copy it?
The new technology also brought new immediacy to news broadcasts as engineers tuned in satellite transmissions.
It transformed journalism from something that was still tethered to some sort of studio.
A very difficult job, it appears.
All right, Ron, thank you much. A live report from Ron Olson, a reporter with our sister station KTLA out in Los Angeles.
But now, once satellite came, you could cover anything, anywhere.
The reason for this mini trip to Brussels,
at the Vatican,
in Washington,
in Yauco, Puerto Rico. Lourdes Duarte, WGN News.
Decades ago, reporters had much greater access to inform the public.
And how are we going to shoot him? What are we going to do, strangle him? And so one guy said, well, if I had something to tie him up with.
You could go right in and sit there, and I've done many bedside interviews with patients that you can't do today.
The same was true at crime scenes.
If you got to the scene of a crime, there was no crime tape. You could walk right up to the scene in the house, walk in the house, and the still guys were taking pictures of the body.
In 1980, WGN premiered the Midwest's first hour-long newscast in prime time by moving the 10 o'clock to 9 p.m. and expanding it to a full hour as the 9 o'clock news.
We're proud to announce a new gem in the WGN News lineup, Chicago's First Report.
And in the mid-80s, a new morning newscast with Steve Sanders and Orion Samuelson. At noon, WGN premiered the city's only midday broadcast, known then as Newscope.
With an hour of local, national, and international stories.
WGN's esteemed weather department has been a large part of the station's identity.
And Tom Skilling's weather forecast is considered one of the most accurate in the city.
And sports coverage has been a staple of the Channel 9 newscasts. From fun and games to life and death.
Muriel Clare, WGN News.
Retired reporter Muriel Clare spent more than 3 decades at WGN.
A memento of this occasion. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'd get the assignment and I'd go out and I'd try to find something that you at home would be interested in.
She had her own interests too, criminal justice reporting.
And yet you sit in here accused of having killed someone.
It's a living nightmare being in here.
Her investigative skills helped free Letheriel Boyd, who was wrongfully convicted of murder and served 23 years in prison. In 2001, Clare began her own investigation.
Is this the man that you saw?
Interviewing 7 of the 9 eyewitnesses in the case.
Then we ran into a young woman who said, they've got the wrong person. And of course my question was, how do you know? And she said, I was there. And she said, and the man that they have locked up is not the man who did it.
That King should not go into Chicago, WGN has learned.
The news department has been a leader in political coverage.
It appears that he is not willing to accept reality.
Are you worried about going to jail?
Allison, why would you ask me that question?
Because you've got all these counts against you.
Over the years, the Channel 9 team has reported from presidential conventions.
Darren Bailey just showed you that he has no plan to address crime in Chicago.
Produced gubernatorial debates. And broadcast the area's most watched election night coverage.
More than 50% of the votes.
We did it!
That is the latest here in Westtown. Sean Lewis, WGN News.
I hope this never happens again.
Corruption and crime often dominate the news in this city of nearly 3 million people. TV news was not around for the Great Fire of 1871, but it was there to document the Great Flood of 1992.
That was an amazing story because there was a hole in the tunnel. We never knew that there were so many tunnels running underneath the city.
With much of the water drained out of the downtown area, the Corps of Engineers was charged with the task of finding the remaining 1.5 million gallons of water.
Grant Park has been the site of festivals and fun and a whole lot of history. Protest,
decided to grab the bull by the horns,
and a papal visit. WGN provided the pool camera for Pope John Paul II's first visit to the United States.
You know, these were just times when you were proud to be a Chicagoan, and people all over the world were focused on our city.
On its worst days and its best, for 75 years, Chicago has counted on WGN News.
I'm Dina Baer. I'll take you to a place few ever go, the Pediatric Intensive Care Unit at Chicago's Children's Memorial Hospital.
To hold up a mirror to the city and tell the stories that make each viewer one of Chicago's very own.
Incredible. What a great trip down memory lane, right?
Amazing footage to witness. Incredible. And so many people have made that possible over the last 75 years. And we are going to have special coverage every Thursday night through April on the WGN News at 9. And we have a special section of our website devoted to stories about the 75th anniversary. You can read more at WGNTV.com/75.